Sit down. All right. I did this for your own safety.
Just one time, man. Just let me walk in here on my own
I did this for your safety.
steam.
Trust me on this one. Okay? I've been doing some research.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Who are you hiding from? Nobody's looking for you,
Hey,
dog.
man, you never know with the government out there. I've been doing some research on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
All right?
Yes, on YouTube.
What do you know or what do you think about the JFK assassination?
I know President John F. Kennedy was shot in Texas. He was in
Dallas.
the drop top. They shot him, man, from the book suppository. The book depository. Whatever the hell that is. You even know what that is? The book depository?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Some old school term.
Old school, right?
It's called the YouTube depository now. That's what we call it.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, have you even seen a book before?
I've seen plenty of books. I used to read back in my day. Okay. Now, since YouTube came out, I just read audio books.
Oh, okay.
Listen to them.
All right. So what, John F. Kennedy, what's up?
Look, man, this was crazy. This past month, right, some documents came out about JFK. And they were supposed to be released, but not all the documents were released yet. They still got a little bit more time before they release the other ones, which is a little bit weird, man. So the FBI released these documents, but they didn't release all of them. That's just a little eerie to me.
What documents?
About stuff that might have happened in his assassination, some reports, some stuff that was documented in the FBI that they haven't released to the public until now.
What took so long, man?
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying.
You got shot up 40 years ago. How many years
They
ago was
trying to
that?
hide a lot of things.
50
man. Look,
years?
anyways, man, I made this board.
Oh. So we doing now? You got the whole setup, the thumbtacks,
Look, man.
and the colored bands.
Hey,
Yo, I didn't think you could handle this type.
you see what happens when you
setup.
read books and then you look at YouTube?
I'm impressed how neat that and put together. Who put that together for you?
Hey, man.
Cause you be having stuff crumpled in your back pocket, but this is neat. It's organized, color coded. That's upside down, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
Me and my tent created all of this. That's who did. Look, all right, let's just go down some of the things that happened, all right? He's in the whip, drop top.
And drop top, living lavishly. You know, JFK.
Right.
Jackie was with him. They out here, Texas.
right.
Boom.
Now, they
Erykah
say
Badu.
the whip slowed down.
Oh, okay.
When the car slows down, actually his security, his Secret Service guys are actually supposed to be more tight up on him. They weren't. Secret Service also didn't sweep the area good enough because in the depository, whatever it's called, where Lee Harvey Oswald was, windows were open. Now, if you're guarding the president, Secret Service doing their job, ain't supposed to be no windows open at any building that's close by where the president's at, because they looking for assassins everywhere.
Well, were they looking hard back then?
Back then, absolutely. The building wasn't that far from where they were.
Okay.
It's not like a 20 miles away, dude, bam, pops him up.
Right.
And if a window does open up, they going in there and getting them in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Okay? Got a bunch of different things in here, man. He got shot by different bullets. There was 2 different bullets found inside of him that were different ones. You got a Full Metal Jacket bullet that hit him from the back, like that came out through his neck.
Uh-huh.
And then you have a hollow tip that blew his head back.
That's the one I remember, because I
Yeah.
remember seeing the piece.
All right, so what we know for sure is there's 2 different bullets. A Full Metal Jacket and a hollow point. What gun do you know shoots 2 different bullets like that, especially those 2 different type of bullets?
How far apart were the shots, time-wise?
They were pretty close together. They weren't that far off.
Pretty close as in you don't have enough time if you got 2 guns up there?
He ain't loading, and you ain't shooting a hollow point with that much accuracy. That's just not happening. Not happening at all.
Somebody else got hit in the front?
As you see, the Full Metal Jacket bullet went through him and the governor from Texas.
Dang.
Ripped clean through both of them.
He caught the residual blast.
But that hollow tip blew his head off. Back. Somebody, I believe in the grassy knoll theory. I think it was somebody in the grassy knoll that shot the hollow point and blew his head off. Now, some other people think it might have been a Secret Service agent that was close to him and turned around and shot his head that was at point blank range. But his head still would have went would have went forward, not backwards, if the guy was that close to him.
Oh, so they trying to say Secret Service is like, oh snap, and he turned and blasted the president on accident?
Man.
It's a hell of an accident.
Yeah, exactly. Of the president.
So JFK could have survived the first shot.
He might have been out of there with that one too, if the way it went through. So with that shot through the back, they said he probably would have been paralyzed and in a coma at best, and probably
best case scenario.
Yeah, and eventually he probably would have died through that. But they wanted to make sure he was dead.
Damn it.
Now, I mean, I think what are the reasons why you think, they might have wanted to kill him? Because I mean, for me, what I know, he was against the military-industrial complex. Bam, right there.
Okay.
And he was trying to stop war. He had I think a quote that says, mankind needs to end war before war ends up ending mankind.
Okay.
Right? It's something like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he was trying to say.
He seemed like a great cat to me, man.
Yeah, I think he was a great dude.
Yeah.
And what I think what happens is like there's too much money in war. And they're like, nah, bro, we ain't having that. You ain't about to end this.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I believe that.
There's too many pieces in here. Even the guy that had to do his autopsy, right? The guy has never done an autopsy that involved bullets. Never. And they're gonna bring this guy in to do his this is the most important autopsy ever.
Right.
You're gonna bring that guy in to do John F. Kennedy's autopsy?
Where they get him from?
That's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, you got different things. You had a bunch of doctors come on TV back then and even said the bullet came from here and exploded back out of his head. That's the hollow point, right? That's the hollow point tip. So if that's the case, why they keep trying to blame Lee Harvey Oswald, man?
Yeah.
It sounds like a setup, man. I think they were trying to get rid of this dude for some stuff.
Who, JFK?
Absolutely.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I believe that. This wasn't just some old half-cocked scheme from Lee Harvey Oswald.
Nah, I think he was definitely framed up in here.
He wasn't even framed. I believe he was involved. So he wasn't technically framed, but it was just more people involved than just him. Patsy, that's who he was.
I think he was honestly framed because then all of a sudden he gets killed not too long after that in Dallas.
Like, well, how'd you get framed when you went through the act, though?
You let somebody, I'm talking about they framed and they used him for the assassination, but they're actually making sure he was killed. The government made it was definitely in on it.
Like, all right, you gonna blast the president. They had somebody else set up just in case he screwed up or he folded up. They were like, all right, the extra dude. Then you gotta hush him up because he knows too much.
Exactly.
Bam. That's what a patsy is.
Okay.
They hire you to do the job, and they're like, you did your job. Good job. Pow. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have to put the gun at me like that.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And I definitely
you got that patsy face.
I got to Google patsy because I'm not sure if you're using that correctly.
I mean, patsy, man, look at that. It's a great woman name, too. Makes you think of a woman with some girth. I mean, do women have girth? Like Patsy, like, you know.
She got that Patsy? So, yeah, I definitely think he was set up, man, by the government. And, you know, after this stuff, and it just makes sense now that all this stuff is being released. You know what I'm saying? Years later, that he was set up. Yeah. And they still haven't released everything yet. I feel like they're trying to wait. They're trying to buy time so they can make up a good enough story. So when the stuff starts coming together, like, nah, this is what actually happened. Like, when it comes out, they can try to say, oh, our guy, one of our agents did accidentally shoot him. The guy that was close to him accidentally shot his head off. And, you know, we didn't want to tell y'all because maybe, y'all might get it misconstrued. And we want you to think we killed your favorite president.
I'm sick of the government not having faith in the people, man. I'm tired of this. Stop covering shit up. Stop hiding stuff. Stop. They just not ready for this. Y'all don't know what we ready for.
And I think it was a fear move.
Sick of this, man.
Because, I mean, they was killing mad cats. They were killing Martin Luther King back in the day, Malcolm X back in the day. And I think it was a fear tactic. I think you back in the day, they assassinated you in front of people. So you like, you want to try some stuff?
Back in the day, everybody was assassinated. Probably assassinated even now, but you know they got covert biological warfare.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do this to you.
No.
Like I think Obama would have been an even better president, but I think he wanted to make a lot of change, and he was like, I'm gonna do a lot for the people in my community. And then it was like they slid him that John FK brains blown off picture, and it was like, you remember that? All right, then shut your ass up. Then you gonna get back in there, and you gonna do what we tell you to do, man. The banks run everything. Remember that. Where the money is. If you messing up their bread,
this country is all about money, man. That's where it all began. And as soon as we came over here, not we, but like, as soon as they came over here snatching stuff from the Native Americans, money was the key. Money
breeds money, man. So you got to have war for the bread.
You got to have war for the bread.
you gotta have bread for the war.
Okay, there we go.
You know what I mean.
You be fumbling, man. That's why I know you didn't put this map together.
I did put this
You
map
too
together.
raggedy with it, man. You a loose cannon. This is well organized.
Hey, man, kind of. You see things on the side and upside
What
down.
girl do you know put this together for you?
Hey, man. My mother helped me. She's
Okay,
a
I knew
JFK
it was something,
conspiracy
man.
theorist also, man.
This is well too
She's the one that bought me
organized.
this tent, too.
But I definitely believe that, yeah, it's definitely deeper than just some crazy cat in the book depository doing this on his own sting.
Absolutely.
So with all this little nifty setup you got here, who did it?
I don't think.
Who's guilty?
Oh, name-wise, we'll never find out the name. The name would never come out. Just we're gonna have to go.
But who do you think was just like, we gotta take him out?
Easy, man. I don't know, but could be the CIA in cahoots with the Secret Service.
How come the CIA always seems so corrupt? Have they done anything good?
That's why I'm in this tent, dog. I'm in this tent because
You know they can shoot through this tent. They can light us up. This is not protected.
this is
the
bulletproof.
damn thing.
This tent is bulletproof.
Is it really?
Hell nah. But I feel safer in this tent because I can at least see the shadows of the CIA that could possibly be coming.
Once we see their shadow, we're done.
Hey, you know what I got up in here?
And then they gonna light us up with Full Metal Jacket slugs, so they go through you and hit me.
Well, I got thumbtack slugs. Sa! Anyways, look, man. What do you guys think? Do y'all think JFK was set up, man? His assassination was a setup? Because a lot of people do out here. Who you think was involved? You think it was the CIA? You think they was in cahoots with the Secret Service? You think Daddy Bush might have had something to do with it?
Daddy Bush.
You think he might have just actually got killed because it was just like, yo, this dude really, Harvey Oswald really hated this guy. What do you think? Leave comments in the comment section. If you have any other videos about this too, leave us some videos, man. Like, share, comment, and let us know, man. What do you think?
Who are you talking to? The CIA? I'm getting out of here, man. You creeping me out with this one. The
You
CIA.
think I'm gonna talk to the CIA after all I talked to you about, man?
You talking to shadows
Huh?
right now? I don't know what you're capable of.
I would never talk to the government.